All right, so the stream is now back up. Nothing's changed on the screen, but now on the stream, it is set to ultra low latency mode. You guys let me know how it works. I'm going to take that break I was talking about, and 10-15 minutes tops. So if you don't want to see that, I'll do something else for 10 or 15 minutes. You'll hear me when I come back. All right, stream back up. Gonna grab some drink and whatnot. All right. I'll be right back. New users. How to turn off my VPN. Oh. All right. I'll be right back. Taking this with me. Taking this with me too. I think he caught me. Oh, you guys are still here. Good. Let's get back to work. So, got a drink here. Now, it's not what you think it is. I'm just lazy, and all the glasses are dirty right now. So, drinking out of a champagne flute. They call flutes. I don't know. I'm not much of a wino. Anyways, it's just soda. Kids don't drink. Suddenly, I feel like I want to Fanta. Hi, good job. I have 13 years of experience in RE. Well, welcome aboard, CompuGeek. We can definitely use your 13 years because I've got a few more years than that, but it's very broken up, and I've done fallen off the bike a couple times. You can never stop learning because just like us trying to keep up, they're trying to keep us down. But as a general rule of thumb, if you can read assembly, you can read it all. It's just how patient are you? Cat, I don't want you up here. All right, the obligatory screening of the cat. Say hello, George. Hi, George. All right, you want to go up there? Okay. All right. He'll hang out there for a little while and then jump down. No, George, I won't hurt those rabbits. No, George, I won't hurt the rabbits. I promise you. Okay, I'll tend to them and pet them and love them, George. Okay, anyways, let's get back to work. We're gonna, it looks like we're gonna make ourselves a frame pointer or something. We're gonna move this up a little bit. There we go. Now ECX is gonna get EAX. Now ECX was holding something. It could have been important, but who really knows? It's gone now, isn't it? Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move up. Well, look, we did a 3, we did a 4. Now we're gonna do a 5. Welcome to step 5. Here we go. And now, going forward, we're going to move into EAX, something else. We did just preserve EAX right here in ECX. We saw that happen. Now, EAX is going to get something else. It's another stack pointer. Let's go ahead and follow it in the stack. And look, it's a return address. Great. Sure, whatever. Grand, wonderful. EDX is going to get the same treatment. It's now holding a 100. All right, now we're going to AND EAX. And look at that. We're going to go ahead and just watch this. Watch real close. We're going to get rid of that D. And we're going to make sure that this one here is always a 4. Now, if we follow this in the stack, it's no longer a return address. This is definitely some type of buffer. Now we're going to OR EAX with 104. Now you're going to see nothing happens. Anyways, if any of those would have matched completely wrong, like if there was a 2 in there, then it would have, gotten. You will go over bitwise manipulation later. Now we're gonna, do that same treatment and make sure that our string is still a string. You'll notice here. Now, of course, you're gonna need to do this, and I got ahead of myself because no, you don't need to do that. EVP minus 6C. So this is somewhere in the stack, and we're gonna go ahead and just move the zeros there. Now. Going forward from this point, we're going to take that, which is in ECX plus 14. Now, ECX was holding a stack pointer, and we're here now. Plus 14 would be here, which is, of course, 1FFF, and we're going to compare it with 10. We're a little ways off. Now, we're going to move into this place, EAX. Now, EAX holds this number here, which was, of course, that little buffer thing that we made. And then it's going to jump below on this last compare. Now, of course, this was not below that. It was 1FF, and that is 10, so we're not below. Now we're going to move into ECX. What's at the address of what's currently in ECX. So we're going to take ECX, and we're going to go inside. So now ECX holds not the pointer, but the first address of our array of byte. So now we see that this is AAAA, and if we look at this here in our notepad, of course, got to minimize, we'll see that that's the same here. Now, not important because we already determined that. Now we're going to do a call to app services again. And then we'll take a quick look in here and go, all right, that looks cool. Failed to allocate string value buffer. That looks interesting. Now, of course, we're going to return well above that, and the jump here would only go there if this call failed. Now, clearly, we're going to be returning a buffer. And we're going to be returning it in either ECX or EAX. Now, we'll hit F8, and we'll see the EAX now holds this, and ECX is this. Now, EDI didn't get changed at all. This value here is probably not important, but we've seen it before, and if we follow it in the dump, well, we can't because it's not an address. It's just some stuff. Here's a number, and if you look very closely, it's not a date. Now, sorry, that one was funny to me. I don't know why. Now we're going to move in EAX the address that's there, and of course it's going to be a stack pointer. If we follow it, we'll see that we just put into it what was already in it, but we went back to the pointer. All right, great. Now we're going to move that same byte there. Not a 4, not a 5, but now a 6. Great. We're on stage 6. Now going forward, we're going to push EAX. That's our pointer to that very string. And then we're going to push ECX, which is that weird value, which looks a little bit like dead E62, but of course they didn't have to use a 3. They could have used an E, but maybe that would have been too obvious. I don't know. Here's going to be another address of a function of some type, and we're going to load ECX with another stack pointer. We'll take a look at that, and that's that buffer. Now, this one here is pretty interesting. Let's hit enter on it and see what it does. Great, that's interesting. Let's hit F8 and see what it actually returns. We get a return value of this, and we could follow it in the dump, but that's not very impressive, is it? Now, we could take a look at the values themselves and think, this could be interesting, but, well, we'll leave it for another day. We do see, however, that EDX holds one value and one value only. It's a 4D, and a 4D is, of course, an M. Doesn't mean anything to me. At me, if you need me, I don't want Discord noises in the restream. Oh, gotcha. I mean, there's... Oh, I have desktop audio disabled in my stream. So on your side, you could just disable desktop audio, but that works. There we go. So we're going to move to ECX what's in EAX, so goodbye value. And then we're going to do another call. This call is going to be doing some stuff down here. You can tell by, just right here. And let's see what it returns. Let's go ahead and hit F8, and we'll see that all of these changed. Great, grand, wonderful. Now let's take a look, and we'll see. Do they match? Because of course they don't match. Look, these are 3 4s. Those are 4 2s. Let's see if those values mean anything to us, which they probably don't. We're just going to start easy with the first line. Oh, right. Of course. Well, you could use AudioLink, use a sound selector for the browser to tie it to its own channel and then stream that. And then Discord would be on the other one. But yeah, anyways, here we go. Now we're going to load into ECX that value right there, which of course is this value here. Right, we were in the middle of testing something. Let me go ahead and pop up Firefox. We got to minimize that because, well, we got to. I hit Control Q, not Control A. Now we're going to paste this in, and we see that it's another one here. We're going to grab that. We're going to paste that in, and we're going to see that that's this. That doesn't mean much to us. Now, that's all well and good. Let's see what else moves on. And you'll see now we're working backwards. Local 1 is going to become 5, not 6. We're doing it again. So, I just wheezed. Your reaction time to my messages is like 1 to 3 seconds, which is about how long it takes me to actually look at it. I'm looking at the stream right now, and I see that it is only about maybe a couple seconds behind, which is pretty awesome. And I haven't dropped any frames yet, and we are streaming at 60 frames at 720p, technically. So that's good. Now, let's see what happens here. We're doing a call. We're still working on the same frame pointer. And a little bit changed. We got a 76E and a 76D. Great. Okay, we're going to compare this value at local 32. Let's go ahead and follow that. And we know already that it's 1FF. Still, we're making some progress. We're at 16, or we're comparing it with 10, which we're still not there, of course. So away we go. Now we're going to push this new value, and we're going to do some stuff to it. Now, we don't know what's in this new value, right? Right. That's exactly true. And we see that it does a jump, and then we land in here. It's going to free a heap. it's gonna, so it's just gonna get rid of it. Watch, we can follow this in the dump. If my suspicion is correct, when I hit F8, this is gonna disappear. I'm gonna hit F8 now. Oh look, it disappeared. It's now invalid. So we're gonna add ESP4, moving it on up. We're gonna move byte local 1 3. We jumped, we missed 4, we didn't do it at all. We're gonna compare that same thing. Now we see that it's 1 4F. It's not 1FF. Oh well, I'm upscaling you to 1080p. Yeah, no, that's fine. YouTube does that for mine anyways. Actually, I think I might be doing that. I can't remember. I'm not going to waste time checking. Move here OF. Great, we're going to do that. And then move here a 0. Let's go ahead and follow this one. I don't, because zeros are usually interesting. We'll scroll up a little bit, and we see a D1CA6 7CCE6. This could mean something, or it could be completely irrelevant, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to do that. And now we're going to jump if below. So we're not below, we're not going to jump. Now here's that original value. We're going to do another call, and we're going to see what happens. We get a 1B and a 1A. Great. Doesn't mean much to us, but that's okay. Now, of course, we want to take specific note to things like dates, times. We've got a 3rd month, the 17th day, and a 2018 year. Now, as far as time is 2 a.m. But when this initially ran, I don't remember. We could have been on the 27th minute. We've been paused for a while. Now, who really knows the correlation? Of course, if we found a correlation, doesn't always mean causation. So here comes the AX with a new stack address. We're going to take a look at that and see if it's anything important. It doesn't look too important yet. And of course, this isn't meaningful to us at all. But if we do a double click on that, this looks surprisingly like a timestamp. You just get an eye for these things, I tell you. Now watch. We're going to go ahead and go Control C. We're going to go into Firefox, and we're going to take a look. We're going to minimize Ollie for a second here. We're going to always on top Ollie here for a second. We're going to hit cancel. Then we're going to minimize Ollie. Now we're going to go timestamp to date. This should work. Now you're going to see here, look, it looks like a timestamp. We're going to paste. And I can't see a damn thing. We're going to Control Alt T. There we go. Let's do timestamp to human date. We're going to click it. Look at that. It's nowhere close. Friday, May 25th. Now, this could be something else. It could be the fact that this is an epoch date, and that would be a Unix time. Now, most likely it being .NET, it wouldn't be a Unix time. So we're going to paste it here and do to date. And you'll notice now we got the same date, 5/25. Now, I want to say that this can't be right, because that's nowhere close. Let's see here. Timestamp converter. I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not. It's not that far off, and maybe it's going to do some math on him. But just for good measure, typically in this case, you would want to make note of this address right here. This one right here. Now, the next thing you want to remember is that these guys in here could become important at any time. This guy up here could become important at any time. You really got to keep your eyes open. And then last thing I want to say is always, always, always check your FPU registers. Anyways, so we've got an address, and it's this stack pointer here. We're just going to make a note of that and do copy address. And we're going to leave like the most vague notes possible. And by that, I mean we're going to open up Notepad and put it in here and say, remember this for some reason. And when we finally do come back to this, if we ever come back to it, because usually I take notes, and this is where I get myself in trouble. I'll take notes and I never look at them, so then I'm like, why do I take notes? And then when I don't take notes, it's like, damn it, I really wish I would have taken some notes. Anyhow, we're going to move into EDX some stuff. I'm going to Control-Shift-T or Control-Alt-T. EDX is going to get EDI. Now, EDI is nothing too important, but remember that address I told you to remember? That wasn't it. This one does contain our client data. Is my clock still off? No, it's not. It can't be off. I do want to follow this in the dump real quick, just to make sure that there's no, like, May. Oh, we did change the MAC address, though. Oh, look at that. No, that's not it. This doesn't have... Oh, here's the date. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, so push EAX, and that's going to be this guy here. Now we follow that one in the dump, and we know that this is that value. I want to copy as table. Sure. That's getting really annoying. I'm going to grab a notepad outside of the VM so I don't have to keep doing that Control-Alt-T stuff. Now, that is this value here, 5B08. I can grab a calculator in here, I think. No, that won't work, but I'll do it out here where you can't see it because it doesn't really matter. 5B08, 6E79. And that turns out to be a decimal value of this. Copy. I hope that I can paste in here. And, oh, look, it's the same. So, if we want to manipulate that somehow, we definitely could. We could just, you know, 09. All right? Whatever. Now, that's that same stack pointer that I told you to remember for some reason. If we could ever get outside of the window here, you'll see that it's A8988, and you pop back in, and it is 988. Now, if I was going to do anything, I would definitely want to look in here because we're doing something with time, I guarantee it. You know, I'm going to F7 this one. So, am I not in the stream chat? I am in the stream chat. Okay, anyways. We're going to F8 down through this one. Now, we're not going to do any breakpoints or anything like that. Now, we're going to do some anding and some subtracting and moving. Okay, we're doing all this stuff. Doing an XOR. And then we're going to move to an address what's in EAX now. Now, EAX now is very small. This is like old. And then we're going to push ESI. We're going to load into EAX another stack pointer. We're going to move a 0, ESI. Okay, now the magic is going to come down here. We're pushing this. What is this? Let's follow that in the stack. And we see that that's another value all together. We'll double click that, and that's definitely not timestamp. And if it was, it's pretty old. Now, this next one is that A8, and we know that that could potentially be a timestamp that's 2 months out. Maybe they're being generous, giving us 60 days. Now, this looks pretty weird. Why would be loading in just these random values? Now, local 4 is going to be somewhere on ESP. Now, watch the stack. You can't see the stack. I'm so sorry. I'm an asshole. Look at this. Okay, I'm going to move me over here, and I'm going to move this in a little bit. Not like that. Okay, we'll go like this. Can we shrink this? That's not helpful. Okay, we'll do that. I'm going to move this over. There we go. That'll work. So I'm going to move me like over here where I'm not in the way. All right, now I want you to watch the stack and tell me what this is doing. Oh. Did you see what happened? So old school, you didn't always use push. You would allocate space on the stack and then move stuff to it. Now, these things that we moved there are very, very hard-coded. Or at least they appear to be. Now we're going to do a call. Now, typically this is where you get yourself in trouble. You go down the rabbit hole even further, and then you figure out what may or may not be happening. We're not going to do that. I'm going to hit F8. Bam, F8. Now, the important stuff is going to be what comes out of these. And eventually we'll find something important. Oh, my goodness. What is that? Let's do edit, copy as table. I'm going to paste it in the one that's out here just to not waste anybody's time. We'll do that. I see things are bleeping and blooping, but I don't know where they're coming from. Oh, it's the general chat. All right, I'm going to pop back in the stream chat. Let's grab this value. I'm going to copy it with my handy dandy clipboard, and then I'm going to paste it in our hex converter. Now, is this interesting or not? I don't know. Let's scroll down. Not really, but it does kind of look like that cache file. So if we knew what information was in there beforehand, we could modify it. Possibly interesting function in here. That's a note. All right, so now we're going to move to ECX. What's in local 1? Now local 1 is ESP plus 24. If we look at ESP, it's here, and plus 24 is right here. Now that's 904. Let's follow that guy in the stack. And it points here. Let's follow that guy in the stack. And it points here. That doesn't really do too much for us now. Now we're going to add ESP8. We're moving on down. We're going to move EAX ESI. Boom. It's already there. We're going to pop ESI. It's going to grab this value. There it goes. Then you're going to XOR ECX with ESP. Now ESP is a current stack pointer, and ECX is holding some random value that we did some math on. And you'll start to wonder, what? ESP, that's a stack pointer. Okay, let's do it. There we go. That's a big number. If you don't recognize it, it's our dead E62. It's been there a while. Now we're going to do another call. I'm just going to enter into it and see what it may or may not be. It doesn't look too happy, but it's going to compare ECX with whatever the fuck's at this hard-coded address. And let's just go ahead and let's humor it. I'm going to hit F7 and we're going to take a look. Because here we are. I want to follow and dump the memory address, and that's right here. Which doesn't look too interesting, but it could be. Let's see if it's anything that we can take a look at. Nope. Now, if we were to look at that in hex, it's going to be a big ass number, and it's literally that dead 6.2. And so this is going to be equal. It's not going to say jump over here, which would then jump over here and then do is processor feature present. But no, it's going to return because, well, we're good. We're in the clear. And the next thing we're going to do is restore our frame, pop EVP, and return. Now you'll notice that not much changed. We did some work in there, but not much changed. ESP changed, of course. Everything else is right where it used to be. Now we're going to add ESP4. We're going to move that off. ECX is going to get the EAX treatment. We're going to move a 7. Holy crap, we went up to like 5 or 6, then down to like 3, and now we're on 7. There we go. Now we're going to move into EAX, what's at this stack pointer. And if you recall, this one was one that we did some math on, which when we go to that's interesting. It's like just a little ways away. Like almost exactly 100 in hex away. Oh, it is. Let's follow it. And it's a pointer to something. Ollie's guessing. And we'll go back and back and back. It doesn't really help us. So now we're going to AND EAX. It does that. And we're going to OR EAX. And it does that, which is nothing. We're going to move that 1 to here, and we're going to follow that in the dump and see what it is. Not much. And then we're going to compare it again. Now you'll notice that we're at 3FF. We're moving on up. There we go. This gets the EAX treatment, and it was already there. We're going to jump it below. It's not. So now look, we've got this FC6, and that was the same thing. We're going to do a call on it, and this call is going to do some stuff. I'm going to F8 over it. We're going to move into here, what's in EAX, and I'd be willing to bet that it's already there, but there you go. Now that's just a pointer. If you follow that in the dump, there you go. There's your F6s. All that information. Now, we could scroll through this all day. We could undo that and just give it a live scroll, sit back and be like, okay, we're scrolling here, but it wouldn't really do us any good. So instead, let's go ahead and not do that. Let's F8 and see what else happens. Now we're going to push EAX, push ECX. We're going to push an offset again. We're going to move into ECX. We're going to do another call. We're going to take a look at moving ECX. What's in EAX? We did that. And now another call. And you'll see that those values are still the same. We're not getting anywhere real quick, and this is kind of boring. I agree. So let's continue down the line. Here's that same information. And we're going to move, call. Does anything interesting come out of that call? No, not really. Except all this down here. And you'll see now we have this C stuff. I'm going to go ahead and follow and dump. You'll see we got a C, our A's, a P, our F6C. Now that looks a little different. No, it's the same. Okay, and then down here we've got a little bit more, but all right. And then we're gonna put a 1 in there, move an offset into a an offset. Let's go to that immediate constant, and we'll see that that's there. Not too meaningful, but it's a D word that we could follow in the dissembler, and we could see that it goes here. For good measure, I'm going to breakpoint that. And what I would also like to do is move this over so I can see, go to expression 6F955C58, and that doesn't do us much good because, well, it doesn't. But we're going to move that following dump memory address to here. And lo and behold, it was already there. Now we're going to jump it below, back up. Here was the compare. It's not, so we're not. Now here we're going to do something with that. Okay, it did something. Let's scroll on up. We see we have a 1. And let's move along. Going to do some more somethings. Now we know that this is going to come back successful because, well, we did it properly. Oh, PMs. Let's see here. I don't see any PMs anywhere. EX is going to get the ESI treatment. He said that too. Oh, got it. Follow and dump. Cool. And then ECX is going to get the local 3 treatment, which is this guy right here. We're going to do some stuff. And don't worry, we're almost to the return. Now, FSO, that's always fun. Okay. XOR ECX with EBP. Okay, look, we still got that value. We do a call. One last ditch effort is going to make sure that it still matches. It still does. Then we're going to return. Now we're going to do some more comparing. Now we're going to stay out here. Source. Yep. Okay, we're going to continue on down. Here's our client data. We're going to follow and dump memory address. Of course, then we have to follow and dump the D word. And here's our client data. Okay, cool. And we're going to send that off to somewhere. This one hopefully takes a little bit longer when I hit F8. Yeah, just a touch maybe. NTDLL, EDX is nothing important, nothing important. So whatever it was already pre-established. Follow and dump. That's already here. And typically they're, you know, if you allocate a bunch of space, you're going to be working in that same set of bunch of space. Typically. Add ESP4. Compare this some stuff. Move a 0 to here. Let's follow in the dump that memory address, and that's here, which is on the stack. Move 0 this, which was here. That's pretty interesting. Moved us up. That's pretty cool. I like that trick. All right, and then we're going to move into here. What's here? And that's this. Now, if we follow that deeper in the dump, we see that there's some code there. Now, we could, yeah, go to this address, go to expression. Hey, look, it's that same one. F955C5. Okay, so it would be this guy here, follow D-word into similar, which we already got. Great, we're moving, we're jumping, we're doing stuff. Now we got another push to another call, and maybe this one will send it. Nope, not yet. So let's go on down to the next one. Nobody knows what this one will do either, but let's hit it. Nothing interesting comes back until... So this is still not very interesting. this is that other valued stuff. Maybe this call. Maybe the nope. That's just that check. It does. Return. All right. Here we go. Submitting start trial request. We're almost there. So we've figured out the calculation of the request. Now, clearly, we're way ahead of this, and that was a big waste of time. Yeah, no problem. I'm about talking to the cat. That's all good. Dang, that delay is quick. Like, snap. Just saw it. Whew, that's pretty slick. I like it. Doesn't give me much room to, like, filter shit. Good morning, Serbian. How are you, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. All right, so let's continue on down here. I'm going to F8. Now, this could be interesting. Obviously, inside here likely is going to be the request and the return. Let's see what comes out of it. We'll hit F8. We've got a stack pointer. Let's follow that. We've got a something we can follow here. Warning, error unknown. Okay. Convert. Weekend. Whew, love it. Oh, look. URL too long. I did just see the word SIG somewhere. So we found some strings. And really, I would like to follow this up here. Control G. Get out of the way. 6F959478. Did I do that wrong? Follow and don't. Oh, right. We gotta scroll down a bit. Let's do this. And then scroll down. It's just a bunch of strings. I love it. Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to hit F8 a couple more times. And we're going to move a byte. What did we do? ECX got that address. Great. Now, some stuff's got to happen in here. Well, kind of. I don't think we've actually sent anything yet. Base URL. There's a call. Now, let's see. Push EAX. Is this anything interesting? Follow and disassembler. Don't think that that was relevant. It's pretty strange, but I'll grab it. Push EAX. EAX get a new. Push that. ECX. 111. Okay, this call returns that. All right. Jump it below. It is okay. So now we have text/JSON. Cool. Character size UTF-8. Great. And then of course this is going to do some stuff. Although we would have to actually go into it and follow it if we really needed to, but we see that it overwrote here. If we follow that, we see that we have text.json. Cool, I'm down with that. Turn down for what? Okay, so that's our request type. Activation trial activate. And hit that. Get another one, follow it in the stack. Okay, we've appended SAS 2014-2.1 activation trial activate, which is going to be part of our URL. Let's continue on down. We'll hit this one, bloop, and now it's stepping over. Likely, it's doing the actual request. So that took a little while. I think you would agree. I'm going to hit pause and hit run, and hopefully it will actually break here. It may not. T. God. Okay, so we're still broken, but it's running. I may have had it paused a little bit too long here. Pretty sure we broke it, but now we know that here we got to actually break. So let's rewind. Rewind is not going to work, but yes. Okay. All right. X. Yep. Oh, yeah, got it. Now rewind. Go. I'm mindful. Hey, awesome. That is pretty sweet. And check it out. I can definitely pull it up on here. I think. Let me see if I have the link. So, a buddy of mine and I are building a Ethereum miner. We just got the 4th card in. There's a few more on the way. But we're currently mining on Nanopool and pulling about 68 meg hash. Roughly for the last 6 hours, 52.4. The reported 56.5. And it's been up for about a week now. Yeah, so that's moving along. 1050 Ti's. You can't beat it. Price per efficiency. Like they're 75 watt cards, overclocked to the gills, and remaining mining life on them is like 3 years. So, hey, actually, I'll do that tool that I uploaded. Yeah. Too much money. The cost to buy those is not worth the extra hashing that you get. When it comes to how much you pay for power, the amount of return that you get, and the RX is every time the epoch goes up, they just fucking go down. I mean, I'm not going to disagree and say that that's a bad idea. It's not. It's just with the card prices being as ridiculous as they are right now, you have to pay way more than what the trade-off is not there. But yes, that's the goal. But to get into it, to get started, we're doing the 1050 Ti's because you can still get them cheap and get going. And then as we go, we'll just replace them one at a time. But yeah, I agree. What is this? Missing. Yeah, see, I knew that wasn't going to work because we have to actually fences. Right. Yeah, a year ago, we would be buying 1060s instead, but we didn't do it a year ago, unfortunately. And now that the price is damn near double, it's just not worth it. The extra money. Alright, we're going to hit run. We're going to hit continue. We break. Of course we break. And of course I forgot to move this. It's okay. We'll always untop this. Check out below. I did that. Now I'm going to hit F9, hoping that this breaks where I know that it should. One more. And then we should break right here. And I hope that that doesn't actually break it. No, that won't. I hope that that doesn't break it. I'm going to hit F9, and we're going to hope that it actually loads and finishes this. Because it may or it may not. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So now we have our response, hopefully. Yeah, longer ROI, but the problem with ROI is you look at expected life of the card, the today price of what you're mining, and the cost to start it. And with the inflation and then the today price fluctuation, it's really hard to project because say you're mining Ethereum like we are and it drops to 600 and you based all your numbers off of it being at 100 last week. Well, now your ROI just went up by 20%, 13%. So the idea is to not worry about ROI so much, but get in, get mining, get started, upgrade it when we can with whatever we can, and then within 3 years make sure that we're on cards that are at least double the RAM so that we can continue mining and then just keep at it until, 5-10 years down the line, hopefully whatever we are hodling is up. Because with Bitcoin, geez, I could beat myself over and over and over. If I knew that it was going to hit 16,000, I wouldn't have sold it 500 the first time I sold. And I wouldn't have sold it 1,800 the second time I sold. And I wouldn't have sold at 7,000 the third time I sold. But you don't know those things until it happens. So add ESP14. Yeah. Yes. Let's see here. Now move into BLAL. Of course is 1 because we passed the test. We verified properly. We have a return. And we know that it's going to be somewhere coming up. And we'll find it. I guarantee you that. Okay, so are you talking to me? No, he's not. I don't think. Yeah. Okay, local 44 EVP. We could follow this. We're going to compare it with a 10. It's not going to match. We're not going to be below. We're well above. So now we're going to do this. Trial activate. Now, this one was trial activate. That one's there. I'm going to hit F9 on this just in case. Okay, we're safe. Now we have fee instead of fed, and it doesn't say dead. Interesting. We're going to move some stuff. We're going to compare some stuff. Now, they don't match. We're going to move some more stuff. Character set, F8, great. Now, that was an interesting jump. I did go over it quick because I saw this. Likely we don't need it because obviously we made connection. So, push EAX, and that is this. Of course, we follow that in the dump. That's just this, and that doesn't mean a whole lot to us, nor does that, because that would be a really big timestamp. Or actually, I think it was missing a digit. Following the stack, and, well, that doesn't mean much to us, but requires validation. And a validation email has been sent to you? Token, what? No, it hasn't. Are you f***ing with me? Yeah, token does look pretty funny though, and you notice here now we have this 5F or 54F. I don't recall that being anything, but we have a C, and I'm sure there's a P in there as well if we follow it in the dump. Now the P is completely different also. 853. Let's go ahead and grab this because that's intriguing me. Copy as table. Just copy. Does that do what I wanted to do? I'm not sure. I doubt it. Everything's stuck on top. Yeah, no, that doesn't do what I wanted to do. Oops, cleared all my notes. Control Z. Alright, so we're going to pop back in here, edit, copy as table, minimize this guy, paste it here. Close enough, so I'm going to paste it out here where I can work on it a little bit. Gonna do that, that, that. So right now we're running into the addresses are on there also, so I'm just clearing those out, concatenating it all together so we can see if there's any information in here or not. I'm thinking that there may not be, but we'll see. We're almost there. There we go, and kablam. All right, so back over here where we can see things, Control V, there we go. Now you see that nothing too informative there. So who really knows what's being done with it yet? But we are going to do a call here based off of what we have here. And that's a whole lot of nothing. So let's hit F8 and see what actually happens. A whole lot of nothing. That's bad. Yeah, yep. Okay. I read all that already. Load into EAX this one. Which is that one, last error, and you'll see requires validation. That's what we're going to actually get, which shouldn't happen, but maybe I added another period, I don't know. Or maybe it's just going to see that it'll get that also back from the server already. So I hit F8 on that, and you may have noticed that there was a breakpoint in there. Obviously we didn't hit this, we hit above that. So it may actually error out. Jump above, nope. Alright, so we've got a conditional jump here based off of EAX. Now EAX is a 1, so we're going to go to that first one. We're going to go here. Okay, and then LEAX. And of course follow that and dump, it's still that. Push EAX, do this guy. And we want to pay particularly close attention to some of these things that are going to be happening soon. So we'll call that. Nothing too important there, unless of course we want to follow that, and we'll see that there's our verification token. Now of course if you want to take a look at that, we could copy it, edit, copy as table. I'm going to paste it out here so I can see it. We'll grab that, and of course we could base 64 decode this. And we'll see if there's anything interesting in here. Probably not, but result goes here is, yeah, let's see here. Might not be base 64, but definitely looks like it. Anyways, we're wasting time. I said we're wasting time because I'm about to die. But try to get through the stream. It's my time, boys. Oh, holy night. The stars are softly shining. Do you know that moment when you choke on your own spit? Oh, damn near thought I was going to die. Okay, ECX is going to get an address. It's this address. We follow it in the dump, and it's not legible yet. It's a bunch of zeros. We're going to do a call. And then we're going to see trial request pending, and we're going to F8 right on over that, and we'll see that we did get a return. We're going to follow that in the dump. And then we're going to follow that D word in the dump. Trial request pending. Cool. All right. So now we're going to push EAX. And then we're going to call this, and who really knows what this is doing, but here's a true, here's a false. That looks pretty suspicious to me, and that would be somewhere that we may need to look at. But I'm going to go ahead and hit F8. And you'll notice that we hit a breakpoint. Now, when I hit F8, I was here. And now we're here. Check out below. I left myself a note. I said, hey, Frank, I know you're busy, but if you get here, check out below. And you'll see here that below says C move AE ECX. What's here? Now, follow that. And then we'll follow this again. And you'll see that it's trial email. Okay, cool. So now we're going to C move AE. Now, it's very important that you watch this area. I'm kidding. It was up here. It all happened right up here. Okay? Jesus. Now, to show you what this means, conditional move if above or equal. If flag C carry is 0, move contents. It's kind of like a compare, but instead of jump, if you either want to set or not set something, you can do this rather than having to have two sections. It's like, oh, jump over, move, or jump down, move. You know, it's like an inline. So we did move it. And it was based off of this compare here, which our 3F was, you know, definitely a bit not equal there. And now we're going to push a 0. And we're going to push EDI. Now, EDI currently is this value right here. And 17, this is not a timestamp. Gee, I hope that that is not a timestamp because it's going to be way in the future. But if we follow that in the dump, let's see what we get. Nothing. Okay. Good morning. Hasta la vista, hero. We're going to push EDI. And then we're going to add EAX and ECX 30. Now let's take a look here and follow that in the dump. Now that's way up here. Just below. So we're going to then push EAX and push ECX. And then we're going to just go ahead and overwrite ECX with this value here, which is, of course, our pointer to that. Well, no, maybe it's not. How many times can I be wrong? A lot. It happens often. So these are it's a pointer to a pointer that points to the original pointer. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and hit F8, but if I were going to take a look at anything, it would be in here. Okay, JSON. Anyways, I'm going to hit F8. Then we're going to see this. Follow that. Nothing too important going on there. Can't follow this. That's just stuff. And if we follow that, nothing too important there. Follow this. I believe this was our pointer to the pointer of a pointer. Oh, there we go. Deactivate. So this is just some strings, but I could have got here a couple different ways. It may not be relevant at all. So we're going to test AL. AL is 1. We're, not 0, so we're going to jump. We're going to then compare 3F with 10, realize that that's wrong. But it's not below, so we're not going to jump. We're going to push that, and then we're going to do this. Now, I'm going to put a breakpoint here just in case and hit F9. Okay, we're good. We're safe. Nobody... Oh, okay, we have... Requires validation. Email has been sent. True. Now, the true likely means that it's already done it. Now, these two things are pretty interesting because they could represent just about anything. But, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and hit F8. ECX is going to get a new value. But is it an important value? Probably. trick is, how deep do you want to look? Probably not that deep. Most likely just right here. Anyways, let's move some more stuff around and then do another call. Sound good? All right, let's do another call. Move this down so I can see everything up here. ECX is going to get another value. We're going to do another call. And if we follow that in the dump, it's still not very interesting. And if we follow that in the dump, it's still not very interesting. Okay, EAX is going to grab EDI. ECX is going to be changed. EAX is not that interesting. Okay, FS gets some stuff. Pop, pop, pop. Pop. ECX. XOR ECX and EBP. Do one last call. And a return. So this whole trial request pending stuff, I don't really remember it, but hey, that's okay. So I'm tempted to hit F9. So he asks, maybe we should look at sddisplay.exe and dnspy because it's .NET. What we're in right now is let me just sort that because it's there it is. Oh yeah, it shows you now. SD app services, view executable modules, right here, SD app services. So we're in app services, and that is a DLL. But here we go. We're going to do some move, jump below we are. Here's our true, and then we're going to do a call. Could be interesting, could not be. But let's just kind of move this ahead a little bit and see what we get. So I'm fairly certain I recall putting breakpoints where they have to be for us to not have to go back to things 8 billion times. Yeah, I want to get out of this and return. Okay, so we've returned to 0, and this is not interesting. Jump, move ECX some stuff. That's an address, of course. And if we follow that address in the dump, it's a pointer. Let's go to the stack, and that's, yeah, it's not going to do us any good. Okay, ECX is going to grab some stuff. We're going to do another call. And we're going to return. Great, we're back here. And let's go forward. Gonna go over that call. Let's see if I can go over this call. Yep. This one. This one. And we're just gonna take note of what we may or may not see. Start trial, invalid product. So we're definitely going out. Time mismatch, yeah, so upgrade required. Trial. Invalid response. So we're jumping on out, and we're about to get told that we need to go check our email. Which I thought I did already. But I may have changed it just for this. I'm going to hit F8. We're going to return. And we're going to ride this beast all the way back up. Yeah, I saw the is debugger present. I've never seen it actually run it though. So likely it executes on startup. Application services, great, return. And now we're in God knows what. We're in SD display. And if we were to kind of look at, so this is the call that got us into the mess. We did get an error message, which is okay, but I am going to put a note here that says the call to activate. And then EAX is going to get a 37. Well, it's going to write that, and then EAX is going to get loaded with some stuff, compare and call, and eventually one of these is going to tell us, hey, you're no good, baby, you're no good. And it's going to tell the machine to present that message to us. But I'm going to hit F9. And I'm going to let it give us that message. And I'm going to check my email and verify it. And then when we continue, so it did in fact send it to my exact same email, I believe. ... And it sent it 23 minutes ago. Activate. I got a success. Jeez. Right. Yeah. It handles right stuff. So far, I have not seen it ever call is debugger present. Continue. Now we break. Check out below. I'm going to hit F9 a couple times. Once. Twice. 3 times a lady. And let's hit it again. One more time. Now we're here. I'm going to hit it a couple, 2, 3, 4 times. Aha, license.signature. So here, we need to keep in mind a couple things. What the hell is it going to write in there? We're pushing offset. We're going to move ECX ESI, and we're going to move some stuff there, but something is already on the stack. Follow and dump. That's not a timestamp, and it's nothing that we could even take a look at. Because that's not big enough. That's too big. Okay, that's a folder. That's the same damn thing, Frank. That's nothing. Okay, we'll follow that in the dump. 14, nope. Alright, follow and stack. That's not going to do us any good. No matter how far we go, that will not do anything for us. Next. 6A. Did we have a 6A anywhere? I don't remember, but I think that that's going to be our actual one. I want to is E8. Follow and stack. Yes, yes, yes. Follow and dump. That's a lot of data. Now you'll notice that here was what we sent, and it was just above. Well, uh-oh. The hell did I lose? Oh, it was a phone. Got it. So let's see what actually happens in here. And that last F9, which was here, we skipped. Oh, no, we hit this. We are inside here somewhere. I'm hit F8. And this is likely just going to concatenate those two things from EAX. Follow and dump. Follow and dump. Now we're going to hit F8. It did do something, but maybe not what we thought it was going to do. Move ESP. Compare. Jump below. Great. And let's return. So we are returning this guy, which does now in fact contain license.sig. Now at this point, has cache already been written? Let's find out. Yes, exactly 4 minutes ago. So we skipped over the cache.dat, which is definitely an important one, because if the two don't match, it just won't work out. So we will have to go back at some point, but for now, EAX is getting a new value, which is the same old value. We're going to move a 1, we're going to push that, and then we're going to do some stuff in here. Now, typically I would jump into these things and see what happens, but instead I'm going to hit F8. Test AL. AL is 1, so it is not going to do this stuff, which did it write that? It did. So you see now that right in there actually wrote to that file. This wrote to the file. This one did the concatenation of the file. I wonder if this one was important. Because remember, the data may not actually be in it yet. Let's see. I guess it, nope, it's definitely in it. So we want to modify that stuff before that happens. Now clearly I've missed it. That last F9 was a little overboard there. So we're not going to hit trial pending. There. Did you see it? It was quick and I almost skipped over it. We popped ESI, which was containing this value, which is definitely a timestamp. Now, if we follow that in the dump, we needed to know when this was written, because clearly it got this number from somewhere and I wasn't paying attention. But if we were to copy this value and this value only, edit, copy as table, just paste this out here, grab that value, copy, and take a look at that in the timestamp. Timestamp. And let's see what this has to say. There we go. It's March 17th, 2018. So that's our activation timestamp. It's not a very important one. Although if you modify the activation timestamp to a date in the future, that might work too. Just start your 30-day trial way out there. So now we're going to do a call, and let's go to ESP just in case I'm not there. I'm already there. Cool. And all of this data is accessible from there all the way up to this call, as well as all that is in the registers. Now, what is in here, follow and dump? Give me this. Follow and dump is not too interesting, because we follow this again. We're just going to be bouncing around a while. Yeah, those are going to go right back to each other. But let's see what happens after this call. F8. Literally nothing. At least that we were watching. So that looks like that little compare thingy. We're going to pop, we're going to pop, we're going to return. Now move some bytes, grab some bytes, move some stuff, EDX, and or compare, jump below. Now, this is weird because it's sending it in text. And we already know that that was our activation date, so we're not too worried about it. And it does that. Now, you son of a bitch. I'm going to have to unplug that. That's clearly not any value. Now, we're going to move that there, move it 2, compare with 10, we're not 10. Jump it below, nope. All right, so now activation check. Cool, I like this. So we know that we're in SD app services, which is a DLL. Now, likely it's sending this back into the .NET, and that's probably the name of it. And we're giving it ECX, which is this value here. And then we're changing this instantaneously right thereafter. Which is not too important. This is still our activation time. But above it, nope, still nothing important. Nope. All right, so we're going to continue on. We're going to let this call do its thing. We've got a return that we can follow, and it's a 0. Jeez. Now, the interesting thing. What's this? 418. Well, that's our expiration date. Activation, expiration. Now, I would expect to see that somewhere because it had to grab that value from somewhere. I don't see it just yet, but it's somewhere. ECX gets a value, following dump. That's not it. That's our activation, which we're then going to push again. We're going to move ECX, EAX. I'm going to keep an eye on that, and we'll see that it did write something there. Suspicion confirmed. Follow that, and we'll see that that is still, yes, our activation date. We'll continue on down. It pushed this, which is not sure what that one is. This guy could be rather important to us. Oh gosh, unknown file name. Nope, gonna hit F8. So we see that this changed, which is always interesting. Don't know that it's going to be important yet, but we'll have to find out. That's not interesting. Follow and stack. Follow and dump. We're already there. Do another call. Do a little dance. Do the shimmy, shake, and jive. 0566, which is the last few digits. It's going to check that our activation date is within range. I guarantee you. Activation check again. Now in here, jump, jump, heap free. It's just going to clean up after itself. Good. Now we've got another call here. Cleaning up. Trial request pending. You lie. It's not pending. Check out below. I think we're doing this a little too slow. By the time it gets it, it's like, no, that time doesn't match, bro. let's do something here. Let's search for this value. Just to try it out here. We found nothing. Okay. Oh, license. Okay, cool. So now we're going to do that. So it was just trolling me a little bit. F8. Let's keep moving here. I'm probably going to hit a breakpoint. Nope, we didn't. Cool. Too big. Program data. Okay, license.sig. This is probably going to be rather important. Therefore, I shall hit F8. Jump over. Okay. Now that information right there, let's edit, copy as table. Let's see what that is. And then let's potentially do something with it. Okay. So far it's not human readable. So this is not the one. Let's hit F8 and see what it does with it. Oh, we got a value here, which is going to be a stack address pointer, I believe. Nope, it's not. So let's see what else happens. Jesus. What's this guy gonna do? Sorry, when I get to really thinking. Okay, we haven't quite got there yet. Move ECX this. Trial, okay, succeeded, cool. This is what we're going to send back, along with all of this other information. Tons of it. So we'll hit that, see what we get out of it. We're about to take another break because I gotta unplug that shit. Okay. We've pushed this and we're calling that. Let's see what we get. pop. Yeah, well, universal adapter, I'm probably going to do the same here pretty quick. So thank you for watching. Love having everybody. Don't know that I recognize the name, so if you've been in here already, I apologize, but I will remember you going forward. Sorry about the coughing. Don't know what happened, but I've definitely got a frog in my throat today. Oh, I might. Jump, jump, jump. Okay, so we're back in .NET now. We are jumping here. I'm going to hit F9 a couple times because I clearly missed something. So here's the thank you. Here's the finish. Maybe I didn't miss something. I mean, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm pretty sure I did because... no, I didn't miss. So here we are. We're at the break. We're back in the DLL itself. Now, this is going to be a timestamp. I knew I left it in there. I was starting to think, man, you asshole. You're going to make me redo all that. Okay, so this should be April. Good, Tuesday, April 17th. Great. So, all we got to do is figure out where this fucking came from. ECX. Compare ECX EDI 14. And let's make sure. So, move ECX this here, which was ESP-OC at the time. Now, if we were to follow and dump that place, we wouldn't find it, but we're here. Have we changed ESP yet? At least twice. And this was at OC. So it was here, but look, there it is right there. So we're going to modify this, and let's just go ahead and give it a 6 here. Now, what date would that theoretically be? 2021. That's not good enough. Let's give it like a 9. That'll work. We'll put a 9 in there. Alright, so we're going to give it a 9 here. Back where it got it. Now, obviously, we're past this point already. And we want to make sure that up here, when it would have been put into ECX, we go ahead and put that in there. Now, could it have been somewhere else as well? You're damn right it could have. And we should have copied it. Now, I could just do edit, undo selection, copy that, and then just put our 9 in here. And then do the old Alt-M, Control-B, search for hex. But you never know, this might come up like 18 billion times. Or it might not come up ever at all. Now, just to make sure that we didn't fuck everything up, I'm going to copy this one because I have an idea of what could be going wrong here because I'm sometimes stupid. Control-B, insert. Let's see, do we find this? And I doubt we do. I doubt it. Yes, so we didn't. Now, if we were to pop into here and actually go, what the fuck? Yeah, I fucked that one up. There we go. Now, if we were to go edit binary copy, you'll notice something. Control B. You'll notice the order is very important here, and you'll see it's completely 180. Because sometimes I'm stupid. Now we did find it. Control L. Of course, we're not going to find anywhere else there, but we will do it again here just to make sure that, you know, anywhere that we should have it, it has it. And then, of course, we need to go undo selection. And then binary copy. Don't just regular copy. Don't be dumb like me. Put our 9 back in there. And, you know, sometimes you got to check other places. We'll come back to that. But now we want to Alt-M, Control-B at the very top. Let's take a look for this one. Shift-Insert. And we've got one right here, so we want to make sure and update that. Now, these could be completely irrelevant. Binary copy. Binary paste. Control L. No more in that one. Okay, memory map, Control L. We found another one. Now, these could be used or not used. They could be irrelevant. And we're kind of hoping that if they are irrelevant, we're not breaking anything. But you'll notice here, this was Unicode strings, usually going to be .NET stuff. But I don't know that it was. I just clicked a button, and that could have ruined everything. We're going to Control L and continue on down the line, and then I'm going to go back up at the top and do it one more time because I think I changed the order. Okay, so there was 2 of them. And we're going to go ahead and go back into here. This call is going to happen, and I'm okay with that. Like, I hope there's no breakpoints. There's not. And then you'll see that EAX is going to get some stuff. ECX is going to get some stuff. We're going to push a 20, push a 1, which we don't yet know what the 20s and the 1s are, but it could potentially be trial, non-trial, product type version, things like that. Let's follow in the stack this one. Okay, that's license sig. Follow in the stack this one. Okay, that's a bunch of zeros. And let's hit that. And now when we run it, we may break, I don't know, but I'm going to run it. Okay, we're good. Essentially, this is the DLL reading those values in from the file that we've already written. We know that we can't change the file because it will detect that. So we have a couple options, and so far the quickest, downest, dirtiest one is going to be blatantly apparent here soon. So now we do want to keep our eye out for that old value, but more importantly, we want to make sure that we see the new value. F8ing. And you'll see that the XMM registers just went crazy apeshit. And we're going to continue on down. And we've got that 6A, which we've seen before. Some good old-fashioned calls. Okay, here's our file name down to the license signature. And I believe that that is looking quite a lot like a return of number of characters written, which I just clicked over here, and we got a break, memory breakpoint, I believe. Oh, no, that was just the always on top, sorry. So 255, we have not modified that file. At least according to Windows. So we're going to continue on down the line here. We're going to do a call, a return. I broke somewhere. Oh, it was a jump. Never mind. Didn't see the jump until after it went. It's okay. We're going to continue to keep our eyes on things. And you'll see that a lot of shit just happened. A lot of shit happened. Activation check. Of course, this is our original date for our activation time. And these are some interesting values. Should be coming up on a return here shortly. There it is. Compare. Nope. All right. Float, float. Oh, this is the fun part. Watch the float registers. Okay, we're going to, argument 2 is going to become this one, which is this. And then we're going to push EDI, which is holding a string. ECX gets loaded with a stack pointer, which was already an EAX. And then F8. So I may have jumped the gun, but if I recall correctly, eventually we will see it. Okay. I believe we did. I'm just on the wrong screen. No, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so we're going to move EDI. We're doing some stuff we don't care about. That's our activation date. We want that to always check out properly, otherwise it'll boot us out and tell us that it's no good. Okay, returning. $5620265. That's starting to see a pattern here. Anyways, here we go. Test AL. It is not 0, so we're jumping. EDX gets a value. ECX gets a value. Okay. We're going to do a call. Cool. I'm tempted to do an F9. Wouldn't be the first time I was wrong. Check here too. Okay. Move EAX some stuff. And you'll see that this is definitely a timestamp. And you'll definitely see that it's not the same old timestamp. And it's not been updated. That's April. We don't want April. And we know where that came from. Thank God I took notes. So this was EBP minus 68. We're going to go to EBP. Minus 68 is right up. And this is interesting too. I'm going to modify this one also just for good measure. No. Follow and dump. Let's just put a 1 here. Cancel. Okay, we'll put a fucking 6 here or something. And back to what I was at is here. We want A9. But before we do that, I want to grab this value and I can, actually I'll just grab it here. Edit, binary copy. And let's go ahead and replace that with a 9. Now technically you could cheat engine this. If you got the exact timestamp that you hit the button, you could then find that value in there and change that plus 30 days or whatever. So we're moving into EAX that value. We've done that already. Of course we need to modify the value that we missed being added in there. There we go. And then let's do Alt-M, Control-B. Make sure that we aren't missing anything important. And Shift-Insert. There we go. We found one. But it is a rather interesting looking. I'll change it anyways. Now what do we need it to be? This value here. Edit, binary copy. Edit, binary paste. Oh, you son of a bitch. Edit, binary paste. There we go. Control L. We found another one. Edit, binary paste. Control L. We found another one. Now, likely this is probably going to crash the entire program because this is more than I've ever seen, and they're kind of weirdly placed. So this could be a coincidence, and it could turn out really bad, or maybe not. Maybe it's just in a lot of places. Control L here. Control L means find next. Nothing. So we changed it in a few places, so if it does reference it anywhere else, hopefully we've gotten it. And mostly likely that's going to be like my here to 3 and here to 4. And it's comparing EAX with ESI. So ESI is a date and timestamp here, which, what is? Well, that's March 17th. That's today. So it's going to compare those, and if it's above it, then great. That's fine. Or wait, I'm sorry. It's testing to see if your activation date is above your today's date, essentially. So I believe, unless I mean it could be wrong, but that's what I think it's doing. So now we're going to move into ECX, and you'll see that it's another value, and it's a rather small value, and it's stored at EBP minus 70. So we're going to go to EBP. Go to EBP, and you'll notice that that's still there. Now we're going to go to minus 70, and we'll see that that's here, 5AA. Now, pretty much, we could look for this anywhere else in the world, but instead, we're going to go, I don't want to do that. I want them to match. So I'm going to paste this out here where I have it already, except that's not correct. So I'm going to grab the 68 and go edit binary copy. And that needs to be unplugged. Okay, pasted that. We're here. I want to binary copy this so that we can search for it. Edit binary copy. And then in there, I want to actually paste the new value, which is here. So we're going to go edit binary paste. There we go. Now, we're going to do our Alt-M, Control-B trick. Control-B. And I'm going to grab that 5A to C, shift insert, search. Okay, we found one, but I want to start at the top here. So Control L, we found one, and I want to replace them all with this. So edit binary paste. Control L, we found another one. Edit binary paste, which is shift insert. So we're going to do Control L, nothing. We're going to close this out. Control L. And nothing. So we're good, right? So now you'll see that we're actually moving that big value, F8, and you see that it matches EAX. Great, big numbers, good. Then it's going to move into EAX, that same, local 30, which apparently contains 0. Then we're going to subtract ECX this value, which is 43200. Now, of course, if you take a calculator, I can't see that calculator. You can't see that calculator. I'm going to need to minimize some things. What was it? It was 43200. 43200. I'm just curious, but maybe that's seconds, minutes, hours? No. It's got to be bigger than that. 43200 divided by 24? No. Times 24? Well, maybe divided by 24 divided by 30. 60. Okay, so that is minutes. 43200 divided by 60 minutes in an hour divided by 24 in a day. So you get 32 days? No, that can't be right. Anyhow, that's just me thinking out loud as to what this value might be. It's subtracting it for some reason from our timestamp. And then it's going to subtract SBB EAX 0. Great. It's going to compare EDI and EAX. Now, EAX is 0. EDI is 0. Jump of less, no. Jump of great, no. Compare ESI and ECX. Now, ESI is this value, which of course is hopefully our activation date. But of course it's not. Oh, wait, I lied. It totally is our activation date. So it wants to make sure that our expiration is above our activation. Great, we're jumping. We're going to move into EAX. Hey, look at that. Just automatically, it is already our good timestamp, our good friend timestamp. It's a big one. We're comparing that with we're comparing EDX with a variable, and they are both 0. It's not greater or less. And then we're going to compare what's here with EAX. And if we're past it, then, well, go fuck yourself. Now, I should have left the key in from yesterday because the key in from yesterday, we would see different dates visually for the current time, our activation time, and the time that it should expire. So we're going to do that, this, that, the other thing. This call happens, okay. This call happens. I'm not sure what just went on the stack, but that looks like our activation date. Ends in 70. Yes, it is. So that's our activation date. Move EAX this, which is nothing but an address. Let's see what's there, and we'll see that that's nothing but an address, and that goes, yeah, it's nothing. So we'll hit F8. ECX is going to get a new value. Okay, we don't care. We're going to hit F8. And we'll see here that this is that checkout below value, which I don't really want to check out below, but now I think that was just a note for myself to kind of start there if need be. So I'm going to go back. We're in this call here. I want to land here, or somewhere out here. And I'm going to hit F9. And that didn't really get me where I wanted to go, did it? I'm going to hit F9 again. There we go. Now we're where we want to go. So I believe that there is one more check where it does do this in the floating point variables, or registers, but we may have missed it. That's okay. Push the check. Okay, that's great. All right, that's fine. Move EDI some stuff. There's our expiration date. Move ESI. That's our expiration date. EDX is 0. EAX is a number. Now, likely that is not big enough, but it's likely only missing a 0 or 2. Let's see here. No, I don't know. Can we follow that? Oh, wow, it is an address. F is good. Okay, test EAX. Jump of 0, it's not, so we're not going to jump. Move into what's at EAX, ESI, great. We're adding our expiration date into the memory of something else. Now, if we wanted to look up the threads and the modules, we could see which one owns that address space, but I really don't care. Then we're going to move EDX, which EDX, of course, is 0. Move into EAX, what is at EBX plus 8. We'll see that that is just a little bit further down the road. Test it. And now in here, we're going to move something to ECX. That's a 0. We're going to move into EAX. What's in EDI? And, of course, that's our expiration date. And we'll see that it was just right up there. Boom. Now, we're going to move into plus 4 of that, EAX, ECX, which is going to be right next to it. And then ECX is going to get a new value. And then we're going to test that. We're going to do the same damn thing. And if we go up 1, we'll see that it's going to probably right in that same area, which make a liar out of me. Jesus. Totally not in the same area. It's up much higher, right? Excuse me. Blah, blah, blah. Falling down. Right there. But EAX was changed right here. Totally forgot about that. Anyways, comparative 10, jump below. It's not now below here too. It says, hey, check it out, Frank. Make sure you don't fuck it up. So the reason I said to check out here was just in case we did need to modify this string, which I've already done. I changed the year to 68. And then we're going to do a call. Great. Went well. And below here too. Now this is pushing that same thing, but look, this is not our expiration date. This is our activation date. So changing that would be bad. We don't need to do anything here. This comment is moot. So we're going to continue on, and likely we're going to see another call here, followed by a return. Now, this is likely where the original magic happens. And you'll see activation is right here. So, yeah, that's definitely putting together all of it. So, the original magic, if you want to go to the very top of everything, we've done it. But what happens next? Move ECX some stuff, and that's going to be a number. 2,628. Cool. Move AX some more stuff. Add decrement. Move that. Jump if not 0. We're not going through the loop again. Instead, we're going to load ECX with some stuff. We're going to move some stuff. We're going to do a call. Now, this call, don't care about it. F8. We're jumping over. We're going to have another call. And then a return. Now, remember where I said likely that's where all the magic happens? This is even higher above it. Now you have licenses, activation ID, and really this could be important too, but again, that's very high level. Let's F8 and see if we make it out of this jump alive, which I know we will. I lied. There we go. So, now, OA7, some random shit that's in ECX, and if we follow that one in the stack, we'll see that it is that number, which is an unsigned big-ass number, or a assigned very small number. Not very, but kind of small. So we're going to push that. We're going to move some stuff. I'm moving stuff here. We're going to push a value of, we saw that one earlier, the OA44, which... let's just do this. We'll go OA. Is that 44? My eyes are killing me. 2,628. Cool. So that. Hey, look at that. It just converted it for us. 2,628. Now, at this point, I'm going to hit F9. And we see that all just closed out. Terminated. It hated life, and I'm not 100% certain as to why. Because at that point, it should have fired up the process. But I think we've been made out, and I should not have actually hit F9 there. Where was I at? Yeah, it was here. Don't hit F9. Because it didn't like something and kicked us out. Because usually right there is when it actually fires up. Now, likely we're going to get a very bad, angry message when we run this. Like, hey, your shit's like broken, so... you need to register, but I'm going to X that. And we'll see that it runs. And it starts right up with 29 days left. Now, I'm going to try to do this quick one time. And I'm not going to go so far into detail. But let's just run fences. And see if it ever breaks. Okay, so we broke here. That's fine. Run. 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 Okay, so ECX and ECX came from here. ESP plus OC. I lied. EX 9. It's right here. 9. Okay, that should be good enough. Now I'm gonna hit F9. Of course, now we're here because I told it earlier that we might want to stop here. F9, F9. Don't hit F9. I'm gonna hit F9. Okay. Clearly I missed something. Just don't remember where it was at. X. Rewind. And run. I did this a couple times. I feel like I might be missing it. We need to step through this. Should be able to just do this. F8 through some stuff. Do you know of any cryptic audio streaming programs? No? I don't know what that really even means. Cryptic? Okay, so EAX, let's see what's in here. And as far as this guy, it's all good. Checks out. Now here, follow and dump memory address. Follow dword and dump. So this got our type. ECX is going to do some more stuff. Okay, it's going to upcase it. Permanent trial. This might have been somewhere to look at, but hey, oh, encrypted streaming. Haven't really looked into it. I mean, I guess you could always make one. This is the part of the show when you guys all look at your screen and stare at a guy staring at his screen silently. Sorry. Just get a little tired. I do see that these values are not what I want them to be. So I clearly missed those somewhere. But we'll do that. We'll change this. 9. Move ECX. Change that to 9. That's our activation date. That's fine, I believe. Yeah. All right, well, if y'all is going to be staring at a blank screen, I'm going to take a quick break. We've made it back to here, and something good is about to happen. That much I can promise you. Ah, here we go. Let's see, before we didn't catch it here, before it was pushing it onto our float. So now you'll see there's this conversion that happens. Wait, what? Compare what's at ESI. Oh, ESI, gotcha. Okay. There it is. There it goes. Below is float. Below is float. Okay, so bam. We should be on the right track now. I'm just going to keep my eye on the registers, make sure that I don't see any funny business going on. EDI plus 40. I'm gonna hit F9 here real quick. See what happens, because I'm not sure if I missed anything or not. I very well may have. And this could go on for a little while. Okay, so we've successfully invalidated it because something didn't match, most likely that last one, but this really isn't that hard. I'm overthinking it because I'm hella tired. Check out below. Alright, I'm going to remove these ones that are distracting me. Okay, hit continue and it just... Alright. Anyways, I think... I plateaued too early. So we know a couple things, and one thing that I do want to check is, so Fence's menu definitely has some spots in it that, let's check this out. That you can patch, but it will detect the change. And let's see here. Okay, yeah. But let's, just for funsies, fire up the, or where is it? It was called DN Spy, I believe. Where did I put it? Folders. There it is. DN Spy. Let's take a look at that SD, whatever it's called, real quick, and then I'm gonna call it a quick night. So this held open the last thing that we had here, I guess. File, open, SD display. There we go. I believe it was activate trial, but get trial request token. Execute callback is going to be disk ID O, binding flags instances. My idea is like a key is put in the IP address per computer you want to connect to, and you send them the key by other means, and you have an encrypted audio channel that you can both talk back and forth through. As opposed to just using like SSL, standard TCP, and sending the data packet that's encrypted. Start trial. So we could look through this all damn day. And essentially it's just a bunch of delegates. But what we want to do is keep digging into that DLL. However, I did wrap my head around a bit more. And then I learned something, that when I get tired and lose my track, I slow way down, and that's really annoying. Other than that, let's take one more look at another file in here. That's SAS upgrade, I believe, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to have much anything in it. Nope. And let's see here, open, just to make sure that I've been wrong before, but I'm sure that this is not a .NET DLL. It's not. Okay. So, we're going to pick up maybe tonight. Depends, because I have to work here in about 4.5 hours, which is why I'm going to go to sleep. We may pick up tonight, most likely not, because I'm probably going to be beat when I get home from work. But Monday I'm a little busy. However, Monday night I may not be. Tuesday night I should be fine. And then most likely Wednesday, if we haven't done one by then, we will be doing one. And if we have already done one, we may be doing it. Well, we'll most likely be doing another one, because typically Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are the best days that you're going to see me on. Hopefully not as late as tonight. Had a few issues with some tissues, and yeah. And that's not to say that I won't be looking at it here and there. Ideally, if I bring people up to a certain level of understanding on it, I expect them to start tearing it apart as well, and at least get that far and kind of go a little bit further and share what they've learned. And it's a communal sort of thing. And then, like, you know, I might spend a half an hour chasing a red herring, or chasing it way down here and going, oh, son of a bitch. Which is what I think is going on now. It's like I'm reading too much into it, trying to make it harder than it really is. There's one step that I'm forgetting, and apparently I'm not, whatever my note was for it, I didn't get it. But anyways, it can be done. I've done it. I left notes. I did it multiple times, but I don't know, I think that one that was like conf here, I think that's where I went in. I changed the one value in the signature and then pasted that in there. But I kept looking for that spot and I could never see it. But I think I'm wrapping my head around how it's actually working now and how we can actually get around this. Well, I know I am. And the more times we look at it, the better it's going to get. But for now, I'm going to go to sleep, because I'm super tired. And I'm not going to get anywhere tired. But we'll be working on it. And this might be one of those that we spend quite a lot of time on. But there is that little trick in the beginning. If you run out of a trial, just delete those and put in another email. Other than that, thank you all for watching. And bearing with me through the last hour of quiet, because the last hour of quiet was unbearable for myself. So thank you all. Hope you understand. I know you do, because you've been in that spot before. You all have. yeah, other than that, if I don't see you before Wednesday, then I'll see you Wednesday. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, mining, all those beautiful things that you do. And welcome all of our newcomers to the Discord channel. And anyone who wants to join it, there's a link in the description. You can pop into the Discord channel, hang out with us. We do a lot more talking in there than we do in here. Obviously, it's easier to just pop in and chat about things than it is to fire up a live stream, do it, have time to do it, talk about it, which is great. I love doing it until I get this tired. My eyes won't stay open because then it's like, I gotta work. So by all means, jump into the Discord with us. We'd love to have you. Hang out, discuss, put in requests. But after this one, when we're done with this one, we need some mediocre ones. Ones that I can spend like a stream and a half on and be like, here you go. It's easy. Not stupid easy, but actually I lied. After this one, we need one that's exactly as hard or harder, because that's how we're going to get quicker and more efficient. We're going to run into problems. We're going to get setbacks. We're going to forget our notes. We're going to have to run into problems, learn them again, and then at that point, you don't make those mistakes anymore. So, I lied. It's got to be this hard or harder when we're done with this one, and if we have to do a few things in between to fill the gap in between what we're working on here, just like Ozio Link, we'll do that. We'll do some stuff in between. Other than that, I'm signing out. Thank you all. Love your faces. And I'll see you Wednesday or sooner. Bye.